Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, Red Devils. Tune in. It's MarkN MUFC fan in the building. And of course, guys, it's the big moment. You know what it is. You know what to do. Don't forget to do it clearly. Smash the like button. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's going to be a fun time. And as we go away to Nottingham Forest, you know what awaits in game week 10. And it's a clash that could define our season. Man United in fine form. Look at the numbers, guys. If you listen to what I'm telling you, that we dominate the rivalry across 54 wins to their 36 across all competitions, but the statistics don't win matches. The present does, and Forest are certainly wobbling, guys. 6 losses in their recent 7 goals drying up, and the morale is low. This is where our advantage lies because United is certainly in fine fettle. We're on 3 games in a bounce, and they better beware. Forest have beaten us lately, though, but in the last 9 minutes, they've caught us cold. But on Sunday, Super Sunday, Red Devils, we need that big game mentality. That is what required. And our squad currently, right now, it's stacked. And our fans, we are ready. And we are going to be traveling strong. And we're going to be demanding a victory, demanding that big performance. The rise starts here, guys. Will you be there? Join me live, guys. You know what it is. Let's get ready for the match preview. There is a lot to discuss, of course. I've got my brethren in the building, Bally Tech.
Yo, have no fear. Bally Tech is here. We in the building. Let's talk this football talk right now.
Broski, how you feeling, bro? Shout out to each and everyone in the chat. Princeton, of course. Bro, right as I was trying to go live, JT and the brothers and them called me from the channel. You know the Caribbean crew do, bro. 100 man them in the chat call at once. If you see my phone crash just now, all kind of thing. So bear with me, fellas. Bear with me. But let's discuss, guys. We have some interesting talking points. We have some interesting things to talk about today. But let me get into it right now. Let me start off with the head-to-head because everybody want to talk the facts and the statistics, so everything is there. If you look right down, it's scrolling right there. Forest only 3. Their current form lost 6 of the last 7 league games. The last 4 failed to score in, and Forest in a managerial chaos, as we know, they sacked Ange Postecoglou recently. They have now Sean Dyche, and he did win their first game in Europe, but he has lost their game in the Premier League last weekend. So historically, we've been solid. But if we lean on that and the big occasions, of course, guys, I'm not a huge fan of Matthias Cunha, but he's a player that can prove me wrong, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying, guys? So I'm expecting big performances. That goal certainly settled him down into the game, and he went on to have a big performance. Of course, I would probably still try to fight it for Casemiro getting the man of the match, but you can't fight the trend sometimes. You gotta, move with it. Or if not, you just gotta set it yourself. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be looking at United versus Forest. It's a must-win game. Of course, it's not on Old Trafford. My bad there, typographical error, guys. Don't be mad. Of course, you know where the head-to-head lies. 11 wins to United, 3 to Forest in the last 15 matches. Of course, these are all the things that I was thinking about. That of course, they're in free fall right now. 6 losses in 7 and 4 games. But the real question is, can they scare us, Bali? What do you think, bro? How do you feel about this game?
I think they're just gonna sit in a low block, 2 banks of 4. They're gonna keep it tight and compact, and we're gonna have to do a lot of work to actually break them down because obviously that's two big walls and the wall at the back, which is the keeper. So we're going to have to work very hard to open the scoring. But I believe once we open the scoring and we tickle that little underbelly that they have there and we start to, get our feels into the game, I think once they start coming out to be a bit more adventurous, to get something back, get a little skin in the game, that's when we're going to score more goals.
100%. I don't think you're wrong there at all. And when we talk about scoring goals, United in the last couple of games, we certainly have been in a decent manner of scoring goals. We've scored 2 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals. We've scored four. And I think it's something to talk about that the attack is finding chemistry together. And I think this poses a threat not just to Forest, but as to more teams. As the more they grow together, the stronger they become, the better they link up. Of course, we've seen the link up coming between Ahmad as well as the likes of Mbumo, and we know how well they've been doing. So it's going to be interesting to see what's up. And of course, we will be discussing that, son. I was watching live as Palace crashed it on Liverpool. But, another talking point, guys. Have you all ever noticed that Liverpool has been crashing out since United beat them? But it's not the first time that United has beat a top six rival and they went on a losing streak. Man City went on one last season after the 3-1 loss to United at home when we went over to the Etihad. We filmed it for the first time that season. So it's one of those things, and we filled the net with goals as well. And if you look at other teams before that, even Arsenal, the season previous, we slapped them one game and they went on a 6-game losing streak. It's something, a trend. But when United beats a team right now in the top six, they lose themselves because I think they've been so complacent over the last 18 months or so that United is a poor team. And of course, we have not performed to our standards. But you have to remember, guys, we've been going through managerial changes, structural changes. Of course, chaos will end up on the pitch with a bunch of players who not meant for this system, not meant for that system, and then they have to play a different style of football. So as the team is changed and as we bring in more new talent and more of the players understand what the manager wants from them, we have certainly seen an evolution in the performances. And of course, it's still early. It's only a 3-game winning streak. Could we make it four? Bali, as I bring up the possible starting 11, guys, shout out to each and everyone in the building. You know, could it be like what my brother Son is saying here? Could United and Liverpool have switched places in the running of this season because momentum is a very serious thing, and it seems that the momentum is with United, and this looks like a possible starting 11. So I'll let you take it away because you have your say. Big up to you, bro.
Yeah, certainly the momentum has shifted. I think the other teams have seen how fraudulent Liverpool are. They've spent like 500 million, and other teams have looked at that and thought, you know what, we'll make sure that that 500 million you spent looks like an absolute mockery. And at the end of the day, um, I don't think they've got enough TV coverage for how their team is looking with the money that they've spent. A lot of there's been many Liverpool fans over the years that have criticised the likes of a Chelsea, the likes of a Manchester United for the money that they've spent. These guys have gone out, spent 500 million in the summer, and nobody's talking about it. They spent 100 and like what, 20, 30 million on Florian Wirtz, and he's done nothing this season, and nobody's talking about it. So I
Why
do
would they?
believe, and Isak as well. God knows what they spent on him. So I do believe that the media in this country is definitely biased towards Liverpool, and I don't know why we actually haven't got enough Manchester United people in the media with enough power and leverage to actually start pushing the truth on this Liverpool team rather than protecting them. So that's my sort of thoughts and feelings on that one. In terms of the starting lineup, obviously, Mount, Cunha, and Buemo, Dallo, Fernandez, Casemiro, Ahmad, Shaw, Delit, Euro, Lamens. I like this team, but I think for a team that is ran by Sean Dyche, Nottingham Forest, I would rather see Sesko come into this lineup. So we might have to drop Mason Mount for this one, even though his recent form and heroics, to a certain extent, have been much of a needed boost to Manchester United starting lineup when Cunha was kind of trying to find his feet at the club.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, with how they've been doing their thing and the recent upturn in the form of certain players, and I think it's been a long time coming. Of course, we still have a way to go. It's still going to be an uphill battle because it's still early in the season. A lot of teams they also finding themselves as well. We're not going to sit here and say, we are at the promised land. This team can still certainly be a whole lot better than they are. You know what I mean? So, in my honest
100%.
opinion, I think that we see in the makings of what this team can do, possibly what this team will do in more and more if given enough time. And to be honest, guy, when I say that, bro, I say it from the perspective of, I think this team is a lot better than we giving them credit for. And in the sense that they have the potential to be way better than they are right now. Of course, there's still going to be some growing pains. We might face some losses. We might face some bad performances. But make no mistake, guys. We have to be honest and say that we've come a long way. And while some people like me, I will be honest and say I wasn't satisfied with the manager for a while, quite some time, because I think performances was down to him, and he should be doing better than that. It's one of those things where I certainly feel, the performances of the team, if it stays consistent and we continue to win games going forward, of course, we're going to have to alter. I for sure will have to turn around and say, well, you know what? The manager is getting things right. And you know what? I was wrong. Maybe this manager deserves more time than my sudden burst of impatience the last couple of weeks was giving him. And I did say I would give him more time. I did say I would give him his full season and thing. I did say all of those things. And then I turned around and I was like frustrated with it. But yeah, sticking on the point of the game, I don't mind this starting lineup. Yeah, however, you know me, bro. I would love to see Benjamin Sesko starting m- consistently for Man United because I think he needs a much more game time in order to get that real sharpness that a lot of teams, not expecting from him. But it will take time. He's a young guy. He have plenty time to earn his stripes at Man United. He does get goals. He does get himself in and among with assists as well. So it's not like if his performances themselves is not contributing to the team going forward. So I think the goals will come. I think he's in a good situation, in a good space right now. The players around him are finding form, getting into goal scoring form, which will now make defenders focus on them. And now, of course, might be a situation where in the next coming games we'll see him shining a little bit because as players focus on Mbumo, on Cunha, he will be open or have one man marking him, and he's a big, quick guy. So it will be interesting to see how it goes. I think that what will be interesting is to find out the key performers of the match because, like, on all things concerned, who you think is going to do the business for Man United? But all in all, who is the danger man from Nottingham Forest, in your opinion, Bali?
For me, it's probably gonna be Hudson Odoi and the likes of Chris Wood, and obviously the main man in form, Elliot Anderson.
Elliot Anderson is in good form. United, there are lots of reports of United interested in signing this player, but yeah, his price tag is a little bit astronomical. And if we know anything about what Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been saying, 100 million players is not what we're here for. And, I would say to you that we've certainly made exceptions to the rule in signing Cunha and Mbumo. But let's be honest, guys. There's some
Um,
interesting signings that we could be moving on to, such as Andrea Stiller, and there's also other interesting signings that will come up to pair. There's some reports that we have been talking about. So when we transfer stream come, we'll focus on that. But in terms of what going on here with this game, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think for me. Casemiro. And I gotta say Ahmad, because last two games, I think the link up with Mbumo and Ahmad has been creating problems consistently for all teams, and it has been putting us in such a good way on that right hand side. He had a start, and Casemiro bossing the midfield for me. Yeah, providing a base for all them brothers in attack to build on.
Well, if you look at the team right now, you're looking at Lemens in goal. Yeah, that guy has been a literal beast, catching crosses, kicking it long, not putting the team under pressure with his play, saving shots. Somebody who's saving shots, like not spilling it into the goal and things like that. And while he could have done a little bit better for Danny Welbeck's free kick, that's probably the only thing that I could really criticize him for. And even then, that free kick weren't a free kick. And even if you was going to give a free kick, they literally brought the ball so far forward. It was in a more and advantageous area of the field for them to take advantage of, because the free kick, the foul wasn't even there. The fake foul wasn't even there. So anyhow, Lemens has been a beast for us. And then another beast that needs to be mentioned, honorable mention, is Delit. Matthias Delit has been a absolute warrior in the back. Right, he's been a warrior for us. He's been clearing everything with his head. He's been sweeping up, whether it's in the right channel or the left channel, and he's actually marshaled the defense alongside the likes of a Luke Shaw, whose form has significantly improved since we've taken a few losses, and Lenny Yoro. So these guys have been doing their thing. Casemiro has revived himself, in my humble opinion, this season. The manager has spoken about how Casemiro was behind everybody in the midfield, including Toby Collier. So that should tell you how far Casemiro's gone, because the way I'm looking at it now is we can't really even play without him in a way, because when he comes off the field, it seems like the quality of the team goes down dramatically, and then we're holding on to the game rather than staying in control of the game. So fingers crossed on the weekend he don't get a yellow card or anything like that, because the manager's definitely going to look to take him off the field if he gets any cards. And I think
100.
he's not far off racking up a suspension because of the yellow cards. So he actually has to be careful with his slide tackling on the weekend.
I think he on three
Um,
yellow cards in the league right now. Two
okay,
away
well,
from a two away from the five suspension. I think I can't confirm that. I
well,
just
if he
from the
if
games
he's
I
gonna
remember.
get suspended, at least make sure he's present for the Tottenham game, because we need him. Um, Other than that, you got the bad man Cunha there, who, he's now getting into form. He's now doing his thing, and he definitely will be a threat from outside the box against Forest's low block. I'm expecting us to work little intricate balls around their box, and he's the type of guy that first time strike, bending it around a few around the defender, to on the keeper's blind side, catch him out. I think that is going to be a feature when we play against Forest. And you know what Mason Mount gives you, you know what Mbumo gives you. So I'm looking, and Ahmad's form has started to level up in the last 2 or 3 games. So I'm looking forward to the game on the weekend. And yeah, go Man United, go wrap up Forest, go, and let's take it game by game, because I don't want to get giddy about what we're doing now, even though the team has started to excite me a bit. Now, one thing I would say is that we talk about is the manager playing the football that he's playing? Has he changed his tactics and things of that nature? One thing I can tell you is that they're playing a a brand of his sporting football, but they're not playing the full brand of his sporting football. They're only playing the tip of the iceberg. Really and truly, his footballing style is less about pragmatism and more fluid, more free flowing, more rotational, more vertical runs, more catching the opposition out while they're sleeping. Yeah,
Yeah,
low.
bro, but that's in Portugal, bro. Not a thing, but it's still in Portugal, right?
You keep on saying that shit, but what you don't understand, Mark, and this is what I love about this. This is what I love about this is the football is slowly but surely turning out to his thing. There's been all this big thing this week. About it's the long ball and long bro. When I was watching Sporting, I was watching them play long balls with Inacio and them man. Them man was launching long balls. Not every game. It's just certain games they will launch the long balls. Certain games they will play out from the back and play teams off the park. Yeah. So that keeper that they bought is the type of keeper that was similar to the keeper that he had at Sporting. That brother, though, his accuracy with the long kicks was phenomenal, right? I'm telling
Hmm.
you now, we're not all the way there because I still think, yeah, that another couple of midfielders and maybe another wing back and a centre back, and when our starting 11 is gonna look ice cold. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to replicate what we were seeing in sport in Lisbon. In terms of when you sign a manager to play the football that um that he
To
came to
play a
play.
style of the football that he plays, because let me be honest, bro, you had to change something to adapt to the league you're moving to. That's only normal. Because what
Mm,
does work
I
in
think
Portugal,
that's all
it won't
bullshit.
work
What
in
what
English
did
in
Pep
England.
Guardiola do? Well,
He
when Pep
changed his
Guardiola
system.
came,
He
no,
changed
he
his
not
system.
not
Yes, he
no
did.
he changed his
Brother, he
he
changed
changed
things in the system. He changed
no
things. I am
he
telling you, he
changed
said it
things over
himself.
the he changed things over the years. But when he first came and he had
The
all
first time
them
he win the
brothers,
season, he came out and have a press conference when he win his first league, his first Prem, and he said he made some changes to his system to match the Premier League because it's faster, it's more physical, and it's more competitive. So he couldn't play the way he used to play. So he had to make changes. That rotational thing he do at Man United at Man City is the most rotation he's do. He didn't used to rotate as much at Barca, bro. So this is all things that he changed over the years. Multiple changes he added to continue his team winning. You understand? And now listen, bro, that is nothing, no deficit on the manager, bro. Let me be honest. I not that is no deficiency on the manager, you know. That don't make him any lesser quality manager, you know. That don't make his system any less, you know. Because he come to a league, we're playing a different way. And yes, you come with your style, but your style still had to come into the league. And the league a little bit more physical. It's a little bit more, there's a little bit more pacey. So you won't have to make slight adjustments to it. And guys, this is why I keep telling everybody, and everybody is and Prince Hood, you know, you man them will be doubting me a lot. Yeah, brother. You're talking about Hendrick to United. When I was telling man in the summer, we could be seeing Hendrick coming to United very soon. Man laugh at me. Bali, I hope you remember, you know. Men laugh at me on that stream and I tell men Hendrick is a possibility and he's coming to United when if he don't get more game time at Real Madrid. And I keep telling man them Stiller is Man United's priority in the midfield. So when everybody telling you about 100 million signing, guys, I'm not saying that we won't try to sign Elliott at some point or Anderson, but at the same time, our priority is Stiller. And then there's also some other options, but we have in that transfer stream tomorrow, guys, and we would love for you guys to join us then. And of course, we're gonna bring you all the best transfer news that we can. There's a lot of transfer information that will be coming tomorrow to you guys that, I mean, I've been mentioning the Stiller talks for like the last couple weeks now. You've seen Fabrizio confirm that we are Man United are going in for Stiller. Talks are already underway. The talks have progressed very far. I can tell you that it's a matter of, yeah, United is triggering the deal, and the deal will be triggered in the first week of the January window. I can tell you this now. So let's see how it goes. But shout out to you guys. Don't forget to drop your match preview, your score predictions. I'm going to get Barry to give his score prediction now. I'm going to give my score prediction first since I'm the host now. And since we are away, we did just score 4 goals at home. I think we'll score 4 more away. So I'm going to say a 4-1 win for United at Forest. I'll give them a goal because maybe we make some substitutions late in the second half and they get some kind of free kick from the referee or some kind of fake penalty or something. Because the ref hate we. You know what I mean? But on a real note, I think it's going to be a 4-1. It's going to be another win on the bounce for the Red Devils. I think Sesko is going to have a big game. I think he's going to score a brace. I'm going to triple captain my team this week because it's going to be wild. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comments. This guy, Son is a Man United hater, but you know what I mean? Because his team getting battered and trashed all over the place, he's crying in his car. But don't be like Son, guys. You know what I mean? Don't cry in your car. Come and chat with your boy MarkN and have a good evening and enjoy some football on Super Sunday. Watch United slap Forest. And of course, move on to better things. Bali Tech, what is your score prediction, my brother?
I'm messing around between 3-0 and 4-0. I believe Cunha's gonna score again. Maybe he might score two. I'm thinking Sesko will probably get a goal, and I'm thinking King Mbumo will probably get a goal as well. Um, our front three is cooking. Manchester United is cooking. Manchester United is the best redded team in the Premier League in England and is the biggest and the baddest team in history. And anybody in the chat that reps any other team that wears red, just forget about it. Yeah, you're never, ever, ever gonna cook like
Oh,
how
man.
Manchester United have cooked over the years.
I mean, I wouldn't tell them not like that, but I mean, they already had so many years growing up on their knees, bro, watching United win everything. You don't want to give them any PTSD now, my brother. So you have to give them some time. Let them enjoy themselves. It's all good if they want to be a rival team, but at the end of the
But
day, it's not the best choice that they could be making for their lives. And of course, we would hope that they would make better choices, but we can't hold their hands and to
you know
tell
what's
them make sure
funny
they do
though?
the right thing.
You know what's funny though, right?
Mm.
Um, you see, obviously, Manchester United is going through a barren spell right now. It's not the greatest of barren spells. Trust me, it's hard. It's been hard, right? But that barren spell that other fake sort of red team that wears the dodgy jersey, fake looking jersey, when they were going through their barren spell, they went, what was it, like 30 odd years with no title or more. I can't
32,
remember.
I think it was 32.
32 years with no title. Yeah. 32. You have to understand, yeah. I literally enjoyed it. Transfer window after transfer window. They thought they were signing bad men. Oh yeah, we're signing Harry Kill. Oh yeah, we're signing this man. Oh yeah, we're signing that man. And in my head, I'm like, these brothers are shit compared to the brothers that we've had over the years, like a Eric Cantona and all of these type of bad men, yeah. Like they never had guys that were a fraction of that level, yeah, fraction, yeah. Like, bruv, we could have borrowed you some of our signings and you might have finished second, yeah, but you ain't winning no league, Nah, I'm telling you this from now.
Bro, yeah.
And I'm telling you now, yeah, we are not far off of a comeback. We're not gonna do no 30 years without no title, bruv. We're not far from a comeback. You guys
Listen,
were off the pace for God knows how long.
you don't know. And when you're dealing with the North London nonsense, and you're dealing with this with the scousery, yeah, and you're dealing with the man cheaty citizens. I mean, it is what it is, guys. They will always want to try to claim the throne, but United is strong. Our dynasty was long, and it shall return. You know what I mean? People don't want to see it, but you can't stop greatness. Catch us live tomorrow, guys. Have a great night. It's been your boy MarkN and my brother Bali Tech. We've been in the building. You've been here. And if you've been not, please drop a comment. Leave your response in the non-live. I will respond to all the comments. And of course, join us live tomorrow for the Transfer Market Friday special. You're going to get an update. It's going to be very interesting. And if you really want to know who's Man United's real signings and targets in January, join me live, 7:30 p.m. UK. Your boy will be there. Be square.